Hey everyone, welcome back to Unbiased Magic Reviews, the place you come to for real magic reviews. Today I'm taking a look at the False Shuffle Project by Eddie McColl. If you're not familiar with Eddie McColl, he's a Scottish magician, specializes in card magic. He studied under Roy Walton and Gordon Bruce. In this download, for approximately $26 or 20 pounds, you're gonna get 58 minutes of detailed instruction where he goes over 3 false table riffle shuffles. He goes over how to do block transfers, top and bottom transfers. He also goes over the Stevens control, and he also teaches 2 ace cutting routines, a wealth of knowledge from a card master who has a lifetime of studying card magic. So my initial impression was that I was extremely pleased with this download, what I found here. Eddie McColl, it has this attention to detail that's rarely seen. He goes over very fine, small ideas, hints, secrets of stuff that he's learned from the literature from Di Vernon, Erdnase, Ed Marlowe, stuff that you can't even find nowadays. Like, you probably can't even get your hands on Ed Marlowe's Riffle Shuffle Systems manuscripts. You probably can't even get those if you wanted to. And here he's bringing to life those secrets that he's learned in the literature. So I'm really pleased with it overall, and I would tell you guys that I think it's worth at least 2 times what he's charging for it. So let's take a look at one of the ace cutting routines in his own hands so you can get a feel of what this actually is.
So this is how to find some aces from a shuffled pack, and I'm going to just cut and shuffle. That's all I do. Sometimes that's all I do in life, is just shuffle and cut cards. Anyway, I'm going to try and find the 4 aces. Now, I should show you that there are no aces in the top or near the top, or on the face or near the face. How am I going to do this? How am I going to find these aces? I'm going to do it during some shuffles and cuts. If you watch very carefully, all I do is shuffle, split the deck into 2. Now really, if I've got this, I should be able to find all 4 aces when I shuffle and split the deck. It's quite an impossible thing to do if you think about it. I'm shuffling, I'm splitting the cards, and hopefully, with any luck, I should have found the 4 aces. And that's how you find the aces from a shuffled pack.
So you guys took a look at the ace cutting routine and you saw what it was, and you could see in his hands it looks super silky smooth and effortless. And I'll tell you guys, by practicing this a little bit, you really start to get the hang of it really quickly. And he does give you lots of hints on how you can really make it look flawless. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of what you're going to find on there. What you just saw there was that ace cutting sequence. That's the first routine that he teaches you on there. And then he goes into the strip out shuffle, and he basically teaches you all the nuances of it and why he feels that the strip out shuffle is the best false table riffle shuffle, even better than the zero shuffle. And I have to agree that his reasoning really makes sense. So it's definitely something that opened my eyes. I would highly recommend that you take a look at that if you're interested in that. He then goes over how to do top and bottom stock controls using the strip out shuffle, which when you look at it, it's effortless in his hands, which is really great. And there's some little secrets there that you're just not going to find anywhere else. Next, he goes through the push-through shuffle and teaches you all of Di Vernon's ideas around that and how you can use it. And then goes into the Charlie Miller variation, which is the pinch through shuffle, which I actually liked even more than the standard push through shuffle. So if you do a push through shuffle, once you learn the pinch through shuffle, you'll just use that from now on. It just looks so much better. And there is like this really nice little thing that he teaches you where how you can leave the deck on the table in the middle of the shuffle and it doesn't look weird. You can like take your hands away from the deck, which is really great. You normally can't do that with a regular push through shuffle. So I thought that was really a great thing. The little bit of teaching he goes over with the block transfer, also very useful. And then he goes over the second ace cutting routine, which is just another variation. Instead of the aces being on the top of the packets, they're on the bottom of the packets. Again, it's another ace cutting routine that probably you'll want to use. You probably will like that a lot. And then he goes over finally the Stevens control, which if you're not familiar with the Stevens control, that's a top stock preserving shuffle. So it's a table shuffle where you preserve the top stock, like if you want to just preserve the 4 aces on the top of the deck. That's been published in different places and it's on a couple of different videos. I remember picking up a download that was actually called I think it was called Top Stock Control, and it was by Johannes Mausner, I believe. And in that download, he just basically goes over the Stevens control. The one issue that I've always had with the Stevens control is that there's like a little hesitation when you do it because you have to hold back a single card. And here, Eddie McColl goes over an idea of how you can eliminate that hesitation. He tips a secret, so how you can eliminate that, which, I mean, I've been doing the Stevens control in the standard way for years. And when I learned this new idea of his, I was like, well, why haven't I been doing that? So again, another very useful little tip there. So I can't really recommend this product enough to you guys. I think that his downloads are underrated overall. I'm surprised I don't hear more about them in general. So I think the teaching is really good. You're going to get multiple camera angles. He does teach it in slow motion and then he goes over it in real time. And it's really nice to see it in his hands because he doesn't just talk the talk. He can walk the walk. He performs this stuff like nothing right in front of you on the camera. Like it's like child's play to him, and you can see what years of practice has produced. He does give good references to everything that he teaches you on here, and I think that in terms of difficulty, obviously the basics are not hard to pick up, but to actually perfect any of these techniques is going to take a lot of time. I would say that this is definitely advanced card magic for the serious student of card magic. So I think that that's who would really benefit from this. I think that from the front, it's like angle proof. I mean, you could just watch that performance of his again. You could see it looks, you can't really see anything. It looks amazing. And so overall, that's pretty much it for this review. I really have nothing negative I could say about it, which is off. That's pretty odd because usually I have a couple of negative things I could say about some magic product. I think that this is well worth picking up. I highly recommend that you pick this up if you're into card magic. I've learned quite a bit from it. It definitely has got me practicing my riffle shuffling a lot more nowadays as well. So anyway, if you guys have any questions about this download or any of my reviews, just leave me a comment. As always, if you have anything you want me to review, leave me a comment. For those people that have asked me to review stuff, I'm working on it and it shall be done soon. I just want to make sure I provide you guys with quality reviews that really matter, you know, instead of just churning out reviews constantly that are just, you know, don't give you any real information. I want to actually give you something that's actually useful. So thanks again for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys on the next review.